Anthony Vitale out of the red corner there from Hamlin Park. Ben Block out of Humboldt Park.
These are older guys here, Johnny.
Look like it, yeah.
190 pounders. Ben Block, the southpaw,
The
in the blue
of the
corner.
two.
Yeah, and left-handed. That's rough when you're fighting a southpaw that's taller than you. You just seem like you're miles away. I'll tell you right now, that's what Anthony Vitale feels right now. He just cannot get inside. Nice left hand by Block. $190-pounders, and these guys are older. The southpaw Block from Humboldt Park sort of dictated the whole round there. I have a feeling that this fight's going to look like that round for the next two rounds. I don't think there's anything Anthony Vitale's going to do to get close enough to really be effective here to Block. Block seems to be controlling the distance, and like I said earlier, when you have a lefty-righty matchup and the lefty's much taller, it just feels like you're miles away when you're just a short right-hander sitting out there trying to take a shot at his head. I mean, unless he can effectively cut the ring here and really put some pressure on him, he's going to have a rough night. He's coming after him. He's giving it a shot, but this fight is really going to be controlled by the jab and the straight left hand of Ben Block. A nice left hand by Block. And he follows it. I think the ref might have to watch this. Vitale's taking some shots. He's not hurt, but I just think he's outgunned here. Now it's surrender round, end of round two. Both rounds being dominated by Ben Block from Humboldt Park. He may just be too much for him. And Vitale's quite game. He's trying to work his way inside. It just seems to be an insurmountable task. This will be the third and final round. This 190-pound fight between Ben Black in the blue and out of the red corner from Hamlin Park, Anthony Vitale. Black realizes he's won the first 2 rounds. He's really picking his shots here. It's a nice place to be if you're him. He's landing at will with his jab and dictating the fight with it. Vitale's been game, but just outgunned here by the taller southpaw. Well, that brings us to the end of this 190-pound fight between Ben Black from Humboldt Park and Anthony Vitale from Hamlin.
Hamlin Park's own Frez Oquendo. World-ranked heavyweight. Supposed to have went to Germany to fight for the championship, but his opponent couldn't pass a physical.
Well, I tell you something about Frez Oquendo. He's a nice guy if you know him. He's a class act. I don't know if you saw the Chris Bird fight for the heavyweight title, but Frez Oquendo won that fight, and he was.
That's what I heard.
He was just robbed that night from being the heavyweight champion of the world, and he took it with a lot of class. Yeah. Well, we come down to the final event of the night here. It's an exhibition, so this fight won't be scored. It will probably be between 2 older fighters. Although the last 2 guys looked like they were.
Talking about Hamlin Park boxing without Mr. Hamlin Park, a fellow who started out here in the north side of Chicago and has been as far away as Kazakhstan and Germany to fight not for the Park District, but for the World Heavyweight Championship. We're talking about Frez Oquendo. Frez, when did you start boxing here at Hamlin?
Well, I started in '87 at the age of 13 when I first seen a Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler fight. And then my brother Hector, he used to bring a lot of trophies. I used to like, man, where do you get these trophies from? Oh, I train at Hamlin Park. So that motivated me to train with my father figure, mentor, Bill Hegley.
Well, now, how many Park Districts and Golden Glove Championships have you won?
Oh, man, Hamlin, I won 5 Golden Gloves for Hamlin, and Park Districts, probably 5 as well. Different weight divisions. I started again at the age of 13. I remember I used to fight at Clarendon Park. They used to have 2 rings back then, and it's great to see that this program is still going.
And as a pro boxer, what's your record?
Oh, I'm a world heavyweight contender, #1 mandatory. I'm 38-5 with 27 knockouts. I've been blessed, but I'm pretty much a fighter to away, and I'm retiring.
Listen, let me tell you, yeah, of course, he's in his 40s, but fighting at 40 and 42, 44, in these days is not what it was 30 years ago. We know how to train, we know what our bodies can do, and our bodies can do more. But you do more spiritually too, because you were to fight for this World Heavyweight Championship, but the catastrophe in Puerto Rico, being as you're Puerto Rican, attracted you so much that you stopped training and went to Puerto Rico?
That's correct. Help my family and my people, I mean, it was a calling, and my foundation and I, we ended up raising over $100,000, for the hurricane relief efforts that I was able to help thousands of families in different cities in Puerto Rico, and, I'm blessed. You can check it out on Frez Oquendo's Facebook and also my Instagram at FastFrez.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. As a heavyweight, you were in Germany last month to fight for the title. What happened?
Well, my opponent's the third opponent in a row for the heavyweight championship. They both just have to cheat and take steroids, and unfortunately, hopefully I'll be, blessed and be heavyweight champion and get the money that I train hard for, in all these fights.
Well, you had a title fight, didn't you? What was the guy's name?
Oh, I fought Chris Bird.
Chris Bird, and let me tell you, nobody I know, except maybe Chris Bird, felt that you lost that fight.
Right. Even George Foreman said that, hey, he's going to not commentate no more because it's a travesty in boxing. And Don King, of course, he's one of the corporate, and that's why, he's out of the business, and I'm happy for that.
Did you want to say anything? We have Wasfi Tolomat here, Mr. Chicago Fight Club.
I just, I like what I see tonight from the amateur show, and the way Frez and David Diaz and all those champions coming over here to support those kids. We need one kid from all those kids, but God bless, keep it up, Chicago. And soon we open Chicago Boxing Hall of Fame Museum, and they're gonna be gym and the museum, and every month we wanna do show to bring in all these kids together.
Well, let me tell you something. You saw tonight 60 pounds, 70 pounds, 75 pounders from Hamlin Park, but guess what? They're 60 and 70, 75 pounds today, and maybe a few years from now, they'll be heavyweights fighting for a title like their Hamlin Park brethren, Frez Oquendo. All right. Yeah. Now, another thing is, what would Hamlin Park be? Even Frez owes it to him without Mr. Grandpa Hamlin Park. Bill Heglin. Bill, how long have you been coaching here?
41 years.
41 years. And you just turned 80. And look, he looks the same, because I've been doing fights for 40 years. He looks the same as he does then. And you're not quitting anytime, are you?
I don't intend to. I'm going to let them carry me out.
Well, if they carry you out, they'll have to drop your remains on the gym here.
Right.
And stuff like that. And call this place Heglin Gym. So how many fellas have you had here, Bill, that have turned in to be champions of any sort?
Oh, many, several. I can't even count them now. Bro, the amateur champions, the professionals, I can't even count them now.
Well, Hamlin Park seems to be the park when it comes to Park District boxing,
Right.
And tonight was a good indication of what is and what will be. Thanks a lot, Bill Heglin. And we'll come doing this for the next 20 years, and we'll see you 20 years from now.
Thank you.
Okay.
God bless America.
Yeah.